I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit. I'm also going to have to make this a sequence again. I don't know if the first in sequence will upload because it's 16 minutes and I think I can only do 15. I've said that one or other of the 2-1 composite Desmond Oakleys fathered at least one child, and possibly two, in 1946, in the summer of 1946. I've also said that when the composite Desmond Oakley married in 1961, that was a fraudulent marriage. So if I start... Oh, and I've also said that the father of the Greenford/Brentford Desmond Oakley was called Albert Edward, not Reginald Stanley. And Albert and Edward were names of children born to the Noyes woman. My mother's maiden name being Noyes. Okay, if that's not too confused garble. Here's the birth certificate of the Greenford Desmond Oakley. Try and get it right this time. Always, I think it's showing. And maybe it isn't. It's only when I play it back I know whether it did or not. You take to work out how to fill the screen with it. Actually, I'm going to show his death certificate next, not his marriage certificate. He died, and this is most definitely the same one, in Shanklin on the Isle of Wight in the year 2000, the same year that the alias Dick Oakley, the second alias Dick Oakley, died. And Shanklin is connected to Greg Byworth, whom I have mentioned several times now. Greg Byworth, pornographer, crook, associated with the dead Amber Mattingly, associated with rapists. That Greg Byworth had many a connection to Shanklin, and that is capable of proof. And this Desmond Oakley died in Shanklin. On top of that, my father's friend, Bill Kindle, had a sister, was it Wendy? Wouldn't swear to her name at the moment. Who married and went to live on the Isle, married on the Isle of Wight and lived on the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight is not a big place. So this is the death certificate of this particular Desmond Oakley. Unfortunately, it's a different way up. It's even more difficult to see if it's going to fill the screen. Right, his death was... the death informant was the occupier. This is becoming familiar, the occupier, in connection with him. The occupier of whatever home he was living in. Some sort of a care home or hospice. Her surname was Cornelius, which actually interests me in many ways. Anyway, that's where he died, Shanklin. So, when he married, his father's names were no longer Albert Edward. They were Stanley Reginald. Funnily enough, his bride's father, late father, was called Desmond Oakley's father at marriage became Reginald Stanley. His bride's late father was called Stanley Reginald. This one is written all over because I've made various notes of how close my father was living to the address of 2 Wells Avenue. And of course, as it turned out, he's on the electoral roll there in that time. Looks to me as if it's showing. So, he acquired 2 middle initials he didn't have at birth, and a different father for his marriage. And I have been over all the reasons I'm certain that these 2 Desmond Oakleys were the same Desmond Oakley. Also, that is the only Desmond Oakley who was the right age at the right time. So, I hadn't shown the marriage certificate before. And it does, I hope, clearly show 2 Wales Avenue on it. I'm going to have to stop for you.